Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we took over Upper Egypt. Of course, we still need to take over Upper Egypt over here. They're not at all confusingly named. And we would need to fabricate a claim on them, I believe. Yeah, we would have to do that. So the question is, does this Upper Egypt, which these guys we've vassalized, I believe. Yes, they're our client state. So this Upper Egypt here, do they have any allies? They do not. So we're definitely interested in doing that. We are going to need to get some of this roadage built here. So to that end, I think that we should take these guys and not move them all the way back. I'm just going to plop them in Memphis for now. So that looks good. Now, I'm going to put these guys onto road build, and we're going to build road all the way through here. I'm going to make sure that we have a road across here, although I don't think we can build a bridge there. It's still a good thing to make sure that that has a connection just in case. And we'll come down to our existing road system down here, which should connect probably something kind of like that, I think. And then come up over this way. We should definitely have a connection here. I'm thinking maybe even one back here. And then come up over like so. We don't go across the river here. So once we're here, we can just come back like that, and then probably just make sure there's a connection here. Okay, that'll be good for now. So we do have some cities that we could work on development of course. Those are always going to exist. We could certainly make some work here. This is a weird setup. Okay. Well, that is fine. I think I'm just going to put in a foundry for now. Let's get rid of this academy. We'll put in a mill. We'll get rid of this conscription camp. We'll put in a bunch of mills, actually. And get rid of this commercial district. We would want to get rid of this aqueduct eventually. And the citizen district. And we'd be interested in putting in slave traders and taverns. About like that. Okay, that'll do for now. So there's our money spent down. That'll be good. I'm very interested in getting Egypt taken over quickly at this point. And I believe we have a claim on Napata, correct? No, we do not. Okay, so political influence is going to be a bit of an issue here. Now, Farfara is our client state. Tabanesi down here, they are not. They're in an alliance with the Ptolemaics. That's okay. So Upper Egypt and Upper Egypt, right? We need to take over Upper Egypt here. So we're going to start fabricating a claim on Upper Egypt. And that's the exact goal for right now. So we're going to get that done. And then I'd like to go after the Ptolemaic revolt for their Egyptian holdings. Their holdings up here are going to be something we're interested in taking for sure. But not immediately, I think. Okay. So that looks fine for now. We're going to have these guys building for a bit. This army should be capable of taking over Upper Egypt on their own. So that seems good. We do have some scorned families right now, and these disloyal provinces are, of course, a bit of a problem. But we'll get there eventually. Okay. So the road build down here will be continuing for a while. We are going to need to continue to periodically spend our money. And locations like this are not a terrible place to do so. We could definitely do that. That city isn't ours, of course. We do have this city here, and we'd be delighted to build a pair of taverns here, but the province is disloyal, so that is not going to be a thing. Here we could certainly put in a pair of forums. May as well. Out in this city here, this is currently set up kind of awkwardly. Okay. I'm not sure I mind this being a research city. I mean, yeah, we're capped on our research efficiency, but as we get these areas integrated, that may no longer be the case. For now, though, I think we should just put in a slave trader here, and that'll be fine for now. And this one's set up as a research city, so I think that we should probably actually make this be a slave and freeman city again. So that seems fine. Do we want to be influenced by Macedon? No. Okay. So that looks good. Now, how are these guys doing on their road building? Well, they've got a little ways to go, but that's honestly not going to take all that long. So our Upper Egypt diplomacy is looking good. We do need to keep in mind that our aggressive expansion is up there. But it is going to drop for another year and a half or so. Like, 16 months, 18 months, something like that. So this is going to go down by like, what? That's going to be like 10 points or so. I mean, that's not great. There's a risk of rebellion down in this province down over here, apparently. Yeah, I want to look at the actual province. No, I want to look at the province. There we go. So we need a governor over here, and a scorned family member would be good. This guy will work. So we're still in 2 scorned families at this moment, and this is going down by 0.00 despite being on harsh treatment. Okay. Well, that'll probably change as we get people converted over. As you can see here, we're only 25%, but we're 93% Israelite. So we will have some conversion happening there. Now, mines and farming settlements. Oh, there's a lot of mines available. Okay. We should definitely work on these. Okay. So we'll get those underway for now. And yeah, there's a lot of mines over here. I like it. That's a good thing. We definitely want that to be happening. So at this point, we're just kind of chilling until we get Upper Egypt under our control. The Ptolemaic Kingdom has very little left here. We've swooped in and taken over quite a lot here. No doubt about that. But there's more to be taken. The Ptolemaic Revolt is going to be a big thing. There's going to be a lot that needs to happen there. I do want to come over to these guys and probably work on improving relations with them. They're actually not all that upset right now, remarkably. But we'll bring them up. That'll be fine. And then there's Upper Egypt as well, who might not be very upset with us. They're kind of upset. Okay, we'll improve relations with them as well. Beautiful. So that looks good. We are currently improving relations with the Ptolemaic Revolt as well. That's fine for the moment. Yes, strike the earth. That'll be fine. Beautiful. So the roads down over here are honestly most of the way done at this point. That is looking very good indeed. No problem whatsoever right now. This fort will take a while for us to siege down. That's very clear. I do want to get additional mines building here. We can actually get all 3 of them going. That looks perfect. And then there's 4 farming settlements that we're going to want to get going as well. Seems fine. So yeah, by the time this comes around, that's about a year away still. So we're going to drop about another 5 points of aggressive expansion or so. We'll be down to about 33. It's not too bad. Our primary heir requires a wife, and sure. How old is he? He is 25. Well, this is inauspicious. Okay. Well, I guess that works. Awkward. So we need a new rope, and that will be probably this guy. Yeah, we have scorned families, 3 of them, in fact. We do have prosperity. I'm going to take the stability. Thank you very much. Stability is very, very good. We do need a researcher for our religious advances. Scorned family here, but he would be... Well, that's only 1 less skill, actually. I'll take it. Cool. So there's still 2 scorned families. That's absolutely understood. This guy just died. He ate a particularly rotten herring, and that was our oratory researcher. So I'm going to go for this guy. Unfortunately, he wasn't a member of a scorned family, but it is what it is. Cool. So at this point, our Upper Egypt war plans are not going to be very difficult, to be honest. I'm expecting this to go very, very simply. And then we can build ourselves 1, 2, 3 farming settlements. And on the next month tick, we can get that last farming settlement done. That should be fine. The Garan Civil War has ended. Okay. No problem there. And let's get that final farming settlement building. We're going to have these roads done very shortly. And we're also going to have our claim very shortly. So that all looks magnificent. So that's a lot of constructions going on, and we're going to have more, of course. We're going to look to spend our gold as it comes in, broadly. So this is going to be done on 1 March. Sure. So, I mean, we have dropped our aggressive expansion a fair amount. That's not too bad. Keep in mind, our tyranny is dropping it by a good chunk of that. Almost a quarter of that is our tyranny. That's pretty significant. Okay, so the Kane troops have mobilized. Whatever. I'm deeply unconcerned about that one. So that sounds good. So this is a Ptolemaic revolt out over here. Noted. And then Upper Egypt and Upper Egypt, of course, not confusingly named. Cool. I'm wondering if we would have to give some of this to our Upper Egypt. I think that's probably the way that that's going to work. Is that we're going to have to give this to Upper Egypt. Memphis we can take ourselves, but down here, this will have to give to either Farfara or Upper Egypt. And that should be fine. I'm not too upset about that. We're going to annex them eventually anyway, right? So that sounds good. I do want to check in on, like, Alexandria here. Yeah, we can certainly put in an additional library here. There's also these commercial districts. I still want to keep those around. Our culture here is not very progressed, so that sounds good. Now, I want to definitely attack Upper Egypt here. Nobody will join, and we have military access. We need to get rid of that. Okay. There we go. So now we're going to have to wait a little bit longer here, 7 April. But I did not want to lose 40 stability from that. Okay, so 7 April, right about now. So we're going to declare this war, and in we go. Wonderful. So we're going to head directly into their primary capital, and we'll start getting a siege on that. Eventually, that will happen. And then this down here, this could be occupied by Upper Egypt. That would be good. They're going to get attacked by Upper Egypt, so that's less good. However, Farfara is going to take over this area, which seems good. And these guys, they're going to walk northward once they can, assuming they can go through the Ptolemaic revolt, which they cannot do. So that's not a good assumption. We shouldn't assume that. Okay. Well, let's just get this siege finished up here, and Farfara is going to lose this battle too. I'm not sure why they sat there. That was never going to be a good idea for them. It's okay. We don't actually care about what our vassals are doing over here. Did they flip this to us? They did. Okay. We can actually pay to replace this stockpile. That seems good. So we're almost done with this road construction at this point. Very little left to be done over here. That looks great. And this siege is actually progressing nicely as well. So, yeah, I'm very pleased with how this is going so far. They capped this back, of course, but that's not really all that relevant. So we can see Arados is walking over this way. They're actually walking around this way. Sure. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to finish up this road build, and we will exit road build now. I would like to walk around here, but honestly, we're going to head down here instead. So there's attrition in these areas, and I'm wondering if there's anywhere we can sit over here that wouldn't give us attrition. I mean, we could sit in this port, perhaps. Even that would give us attrition. Okay, supply limits are a bit rough over here. Keep in mind, we have not boosted our supply limits. I'm just going to walk us down here for now. This siege will be done shortly, and once that is finished, things are going to be significantly different up here. Excellent. So we're currently at 39 political influence. I want to start fabricating a claim on Napata down here. And they're all just that one province, so that shouldn't be too bad. Keep in mind, our aggressive expansion is still dropping by 0.31, even while we're in an aggressive war like this, which is nice. So we can now grab a maritime tradition. Our kingdom traditions are, of course, full. And we could go with light infantry discipline or heavy infantry cost. This is going to take us down towards heavy infantry discipline, which would, of course, be very good for us. We don't care about light infantry or axemen at this moment, so going down this way would be wonderful. So, this fort is going to fall in the eventual times. The question is when. But we'll find out. It just keeps chilling at 35 for now. So that's understood. This is territory back here that we should not be capable of taking, so this has to go to Upper Egypt, which is fine. I don't mind that. Eventually, this fort will fall. This is like tick number 8 at 35%. It'll happen eventually. How are we doing on this Napatan claim here? 1 November 694. Okay, these guys are going to take a fair amount of attrition down here. What is the supply limit down this way? 23 and 20. 27 up here and 26. Let's go sit in Marat for right now. It's slightly higher supply limit here, but the important thing is that we can split this force like so and send them up here. We're still going to be taking 1% attrition due to Desert Hills, but these guys are not going to be taking attrition at all, and these will be taking 1% attrition due to Desert Hills. Actually, we could sit them in this fort, and they wouldn't take any attrition at all. So that sounds great. This siege is finally over. Okay, let's head on down. So what we need to do right now is make our way to here. So this territory we intend to take ourselves. This is held by our Upper Egypt, correct? Actually, no. This is not. This is not occupied. No, it is occupied. Okay. I'm dumb. So we're going to come down here and fight Upper Egypt's army. They are not going to be happy about this at all, but they're going to let us catch them for some reason. I don't know what that reason is. They had no reason to do this, but okay. So they're stack wiped, and now we're going to head down over here. So the idea here, I think, is that we want to probably switch the occupation of these over to Upper Egypt. I think all of this should go to our Upper Egypt. So that's okay. I want to do that, and I'm trying to remember where exactly you do that in Europa. Shouldn't it be in here? Not Europa. In Imperator. No, it's here. That's right. Okay, so we want to switch this to Upper Egypt, and this is going to have to be switched to Upper Egypt as well. There we go. They had another 4K stack here. Remarkable. So we're going to take this, and they're building a reservoir down here, apparently. They've occupied this area. Noted. We just had a religious advance, and I am going to grab cohorts. That's a lot of discipline. Beautiful. We also have a civic perk that we can take, and we should probably do that. No real choice on it, so we'll just take this one. And I would like to flip this immediately over also to Upper Egypt. Okay. So we'll wait on this auto cap. I don't think we're actually going to siege this. I don't think there's a reason to. So we're at 99 war score right now. This all went to us, remarkably. I want this to go to Upper Egypt. This one didn't go. Okay. Upper Egypt, there we go. And Upper Egypt, and Upper Egypt. There we go. And this is all in the Ptolemaic revolt? Yes. Okay, so at this point, what we want to do is we want to take Memphis for ourselves, and then we want to give Parva and Heptonymus to Upper Egypt, like this. This is only going to be 4 aggressive expansion. Consider it done. Okay, so we got an ancient city of Mop here. We'll leave it untouched. That sounds good. And our forces are, of course, going to head back up to Memphis. So that sounds great for now. So Upper Egypt is ours, and Farfara is ours. Fugitives are crossing the border. Sure, they're welcome. Okay, how are we doing on this claim? We're only at 31%. Sure. So the next ones that we're going to want to fight here is probably the Ptolemaics, unless we're truced. We don't have a CB. So the Ptolemaics would be this up here, Tabanesi, and Napata. Or not Napata. So Tabanesi, this up here, it would be these guys, and that's it. Oh, no, there's a little bit of Ptolemaic Kingdom up here. And in fact, they've got their main forces up there. So that is certainly noted for right now. We got very little aggressive expansion from taking that, and I think that's mostly because we gave the territory to Upper Egypt. We took very little for ourselves, although we did certainly take Memphis, and we should probably consider reworking this. Wow, this produces 4 stone right now, and it has no optimization whatsoever for producing goods. Okay. I think the Grand Theater's fine for now. Let's get rid of the library. Oh, it's too disloyal. Okay. Sure, I guess we'll have to leave it for now. We've also got the city of Mop down here, which we can't do much with as of right now either. Can we build any of these mines or farming settlements? No, is the answer. Okay. Well, let's look for a city like this one, actually. So we produce leather here. Sure, that looks okay. We can certainly put in a bunch of structures about like that. That looks good. Over here in Tiana, this produces hemp, so this would be fine to make this into a slave city. We're out of gold for the moment, and that seems fine. Now, we could definitely consider building roads over here, and I think we probably should. So let's do a road build down like this, and then up like that, and then across over to here, and I believe there's already a road here. So that would be all the road we'd need to build there. That looks good. No problem at all. So we're going to be taking over Napata very shortly, and the next move, I think, is definitely to attack the Ptolemaics directly. And then we'll go for the Ptolemaic revolt after that. So we'll start fabricating a claim on Cyclades, as that's the highest pop. And I'm not sure where that province actually is. Is that up here? No. Okay. 18 gold for 6 stability is amazing. We're going to do that. And where is Cyclades? Interesting. I do not know. That's Cyrenaica up there. Where are you? Ah! This is their highest pop state. Okay. For that, we should probably be bulking up our navy. So, to that end, where is our navy? Down here. Okay. So I'm going to build to navy here, and we're going to need to build quite a lot of units. I'm going to build these highest tech units that we have access to right now. We're just going to get a bunch of those going. This is probably going to be queuing up all in the same place, if I had to guess. Yeah, that's what it's doing. But I just wanted to get that queued. So that'll be fine for now. These guys are still on road build, but they are done with their mission. So I'm going to set them to drilling for right now, although they're above the supply limit here, and we should probably move them up here, where they won't be above the supply limit. Perfect. So we're at 61% here. I want to get these guys drilling for now, because it's going to be a little while before we can attack Napata still. Cool. So the Ptolemaics are definitely going to be the next thing that we attack. I'm not convinced that we'll be able to full annex them, especially with Tabanesi and, who are these guys? Saloy. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to full annex all of that, but it also depends on whether we can get access through the Ptolemaic revolt. They're upset about our aggressive expansion. I can't say I'm surprised about that. They would not give us military access as of right now. They have 33 reasons not to. I'm going to improve opinion with them again. It should be able to go up by 33. In theory. So we're going to get started on that. And we'll just try to boost that opinion up a little bit. So that looks good for the moment. Now, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue our takeover of Egypt. This is going very, very well. Like, exceptionally well. I'm very pleased with it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hero Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.